Hi everyone, welcome to my channel Design with Rusbe. Continuing with CSWA Practice Problems, today we'll work on question 5.13. As I mentioned in a previous video, SolidWorks recently uploaded a new version of the problem set, version 2026, and now we have more questions to cover. So today I will be covering this question 5.13. Let's take a look at this question. So in this question, unit of measurement is millimeter gram second. Like always, we need to ensure we are using the same unit of measurement in SolidWorks setting. Now looking at this question, this is a pretty simple geometry. The whole idea of this question is to helping you with practicing making a plane. That's all you need to do in this question. So my preference in this question is going to be focusing on this circular section first. I'm going to extrude this and make this part of the geometry. Then I'll try to make a plane on the angle. You can see that we have 8-degree angle here, so I'm going to make a plane like this, and then I will work on making this part of the geometry and extruding that. So with this introduction, let's jump into SolidWorks and start modeling this part. In SolidWorks, first we need to check unit of measurement, and you can see that we have millimeter gram second, which is a correct unit of measurement. Now here I click on a sketch, and I choose top plane. All I need here is two circles. So click on circle command and then 1 and 2. According to the top view, you can see that the diameter of the inner circle should be 60 and the diameter of the outer circle should be 75 millimeter. Now that we have this part of the geometry, we can click on feature, extrude bus, and we are going to extrude this to 200 millimeter. Click on OK. And that's it. That's the first part of the geometry. Okay, so now we have first part of the geometry made. It's time to make a plane. In the question, as you can see in this view, we have a plane. The angle is 8 degrees, and if you look at this plane carefully, you can see that it's basically a vertical plane that rotated around this center point, the axis, the blue line that you see here. So basically all I need to do is to define the vertical plane, this axis of rotation, and then I can simply rotate that by 8 degrees. Let's go back to SolidWorks and try to make this plane. So here I need to make axis of rotation. So click on a sketch, and then here from the options, I'm going to choose front plane. So for the front plane, let's click on center line, and this is a center point, right? So I make a center line here, and this should be horizontal. So that's the axis of rotation. Okay, so now we need to make a plane. Let's exit this sketch. In order to make a plane, click on feature, click on reference geometry, and click on plane. Now here, first I need to choose a plane, and I'm going to choose the front plane. Okay, so that's a front plane. For the second reference, I'm going to choose this axis. Okay, now here you have two options. The first one is coincident or project. Both of these options works for you. The only difference, there's a subtle difference, you don't need to care about it at this stage, but the only difference is that if you choose the project, SolidWorks try to keep the same orientation as the original plane, which is the front plane. So I prefer to keep it as project. You can choose coincident, doesn't matter. Now, the interesting part is here. We have to go back to reference 1, and here you can see that we have option to choose angle. Click on this angle and change this one to 8 degrees. And now you can see the front plane was rotated around this axis by 8 degrees. And that's exactly what we want. Click on OK, and that's it. Okay, so now we have the plane. All we need to do is to click on the sketch, click on the sketch command, and I choose plane 1. Okay, so now I have the plane. It's time to make the sketch. In order to make that the sketch, I can click on rectangle command, and then I start from here. I explain why, and make a rectangle like this. Of course, we want this to be kind of symmetric. The center point of this rectangle should fall right on this axis of rotation. So right click on this wall, select midpoint, hold Control, the midpoint is selected. Now click on center line and then choose coincident. According to view AA, the overall width of this part should be 120. Also, the distance between the end point of this part and center point of the geometry should be 75 millimeter. We need a 10 millimeter fillet in the corner, so click on fillet command. 10 millimeter is good. Select this point, select this side, click on OK, and that's it. Now the last step is adding 4 holes. So let's click on circle command. This is the first one, second one, third one, and fourth one. The diameter of all of these circles should be 12 millimeters. So click on a smart dimension. I dimension one of them as 12, and for the rest I can select the first one, hold Control, select second one, third one, fourth one, and from the relations I'm going to choose equal. Distance between first one and second one should be 30. Same for the other side. This should be 30. Okay, so we added these dimensions. Of course, the 100 millimeter dimension is not required because we already know that the distance between these two should be 100 based on the dimensions that we have. But you can see that these two circles are not fully defined. So let's see why. Click on center point and okay, so I can move it up and down. In order to fix this, all I need to do is to click on the center line. Let's make a center line like this, and I want the center point of this circle to be on this line, coincident. Center point of this hole also on this line, coincident, and that's it. Okay, so now we can focus on this line. As you can see, it's not fully defined, and I intentionally did this. The reason is, if I have this line touching the edge of the circle, something like this, then when I click on feature and extrude, you can see that it's not going to touch the wall because of the curvature that I have on the surface of the circle. Let me show you from top view. Because of this curvature, the extrusion is not going to touch the wall. So that's the issue for us because we want this part of the geometry to fully contact the circular section, right? That's why, let me cancel this. Let's go back here. Let's take a look at this view. That's why I intentionally extend this a little bit into the surface, but make sure that you're not going all the way in. Let me show you something here. You need to make sure that basically the wall is going to be inside this thickness. If you go further and past this line, then you're going to have excessive of your extrusion on the interior part. So you don't want to have that. So just go a little bit into the walls to make sure that when you do the extrusion, this part is going to be fully connected to the cylindrical part. So let me go back to this view, and now I have this. Click on extrude, and then here change it to midplane, and for the thickness, according to the right view, you can see that the thickness is going to be 10 millimeters. So this is 10. Click on OK, and that's it. And now you can see this handle is made, and it's perfectly contacting the surface. If I show you from the top view, you can see this. Okay, I hope this is clear. This was a really short video, but as I mentioned, the whole idea was to work and deal with the plane. And I hope it's now clear how to make a plane on angle. Okay, so now it's time to check the volume and make sure that this is a correct model. Let's go back to the question and check the volume. In the question, you can see the total volume. The total volume is 358,642 cubic millimeters. Let's go back to the model and check the volume. In SolidWorks, in order to check the volume, you can click on Evaluate and then Mass Properties. And here, you can see the total volume. The total volume I have is 358,642 cubic millimeters. This is exactly the same as the number we've seen in the question, which is showing our model is correct and there's no problem with it. Okay, that's it. That's a wrap for this video. This was a short video. I hope everything is clear regarding making a plane on an angle. Thanks again for watching. My name is Ruzbe. Hope to see you again soon in the next videos.